And here is today's homework. Okay. Right here. Shauna is driving to the beach for summer vacation. The table shows the distance Shauna travels during her trip. Write an equation. Oh, there's a direction word that you need to answer that represents the relationship that shown in the table. How long will it take Claudia to drive the entire trip of 500 miles? Okay, how long is time? The equation is this is times and distance. So we know that distance, the answer distance. Okay, because we want to write an equation. It says to write distance. We know it's always rate times time. Okay, so we need to find the rate for this. We got the time and the distance. That should help us find the rate. The rate is same thing as slope. Okay, slope or rate is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so that this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so equals to 110 minus 0 over 2 minus 1. I'm going to double check here because my slope is the most important. Because if I get this wrong, get everything else wrong. So I need to be precise on my slope. Uh-oh, I put a 1 instead of a 0. Oh my goodness. Right there. Good thing I checked. Oh, excuse me. Alright, that gives me my slope of 110 over 2. Slope equals to 55 miles per hour, or that's my rate. It's 55 miles per hour. Okay? That's the average speed. So on the test, I will ask for the average speed. I won't say the word rate. You need to know those things all mean the same. Alright? Because I mentioned that in one of the lessons. Alright, so the formula then is D equals rate 55 times the time. Now you always need to check and make sure your formula is correct. So on the test, I will ask you, how do you know your formula, okay, your equation is correct? Okay, you know it's correct because if you use the time that's given, you should get the distance. Don't use 0, 0. That'll mess you up greatly. You don't know, but use the other one. So if you know that time is 2, so you would say here, how do you know your equation is correct? I know my equation is correct because if I input 2 for time, I will get an outcome of 110 miles, which is shown in the chart. on the table. I'm not sure, my grammar's bad. In the table. Well, whatever, you guys know, right? Okay, so you need to start, because some of you do things and you don't know if your answer is right or wrong, and to go back. So I'm going to start a lot of the tests. We'll ask you, how do you know your answer is correct? Okay? How do you know your equation is correct? How do you know your graph is correct? How do you know? Start needing to know how you know. Okay? Because you need to know how to learn how to double check yourself. Okay, so the other question is, how long, because I circled two, that's one answer. I need the other answer to the other one I circled. Okay, so always before you move on, check how many answers you need. How long it take Claudia to drive 500 miles. Okay, so 500 miles is the total distance. Okay, that is miles is distance. That's how you know. From right here it says miles. That relates to miles. So you know D, 500 is for D for distance. Okay? So you got 500 equals 2. You substitute that back into here. 500 equals 2, 55 T. And they ask for T, time, right there. So you divide by 55, divide by 55. You get 9.099999, which is 9 as a fraction, which is 9, with a remainder of 5. So 5 over 55, which is equals to T, which is 9 and 111. I'm just going to check and make sure if I did it right. 9, 1 divided by 11. Let's see what 1 divided. Clear that. 1 divided by 11. Just to make sure. Yep, it's 0.999. That was 90909. That's what it was. Came out to be the same as that. Double checking my answers. Making sure my work is correct. My remainder is correct. Okay, if you have time, that's what you do. When you're at home, you have time, make sure you double check at all times if your answer is correct. Learn to double check or figure out how to make your answer. How do you know your answer is correct? Okay. Juan leaves his home and rides his bike 15 minutes to the park. After he gets to the park, he sets his odometer to the 0. So he's written 15 minutes already. Sets his odometer to the 0 and continue to ride at the same speed. He's going the same speed as he was going to the park. The table showed the distance Juan traveled at the park. So this table is only the distance he traveled at the park, according to his odometer. Well, write an equation that represents the relationship shown. If it's been 1.5 hours since Juan's left home, what is the distance? It's the other question you'd answer. Juan rode his bike at the park. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write the answer, because the first time I did this, I had to delete. I forgot to answer the second question. What is the distance? So I had to redo the whole video. Not fun. So let's see. What is the distance? 1 left. The distance. that Juan traveled in a 1.5 hour right here. That Juan traveled in 1.5 hours is, okay, so we need to find our rate to make this formula work. Or keep adding on the table, which you can, because every an hour it's adding. You can see the pattern each time. You can get to 1.5 by keep adding 15 minutes each time. So this here, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. Be careful with your rate of change, or your slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, y2 is 1.25 minus 0 over 0.5 minus 0.25. Okay, and your slope then is 1.25 over 0.25. My slope, use your calculator, 1.25 divided by 0.25 equals to 5 miles per hour. Or if you notice, to make 1 times 4, you get the same answer, 1 whole. Okay, like I taught in class. The slope, you don't want it decimal. Okay? So you got 5 miles per hour is your rate. So your rate is 5 miles per hour, or your speed. Remember, rate is the same as speed. Okay, so then you know then, this is a distance equal to rate times time. Okay. So d equals to rate, which is 5 times time, which is t. So how do we know our answer is correct? Let's check. Doesn't look right to me, but we'll check and see, because some of you will stop right here. Check to see if our answer is correct. We input time, distance equal to 5 times 0.5. Distance then should be and it is shown incorrect. See how it doesn't match? That means this equation is not correct. That's why it's very important. We need to take the account of this time. Here they use this time that he's rode to the park. It took 15 minutes to ride to the park. So the distance that he traveled to the park, distance here is not necessarily 0. He sets it at 0 again, but in that 15 minutes to get to the park, it wasn't 0. We can find a distance now to the park by using this formula to help us to find how far did he really travel, what this should have been instead of 0. So, to find a distance from his house to the park, because we have to minus that right here of what he's already traveled to find his most recent distance. So his distance to the park then is d equals to 5 times 0.25, and that should get you, just to make sure, 1.25, but if you need to do that on your calculator, you can, and get a distance of 1.25 miles. So the distance is 1.25 miles. So this, instead of 0, should have said 1.25 miles. But it doesn't work that way because they didn't put it there because it not always work. Because he resets at 0. And then here you would get 0 and it wouldn't work. It's important to understand the situation. That he's already traveled that. So because he's already traveled that, distance formula is not this. It is 5 times t minus, you get your total distance, and then you have to subtract the distance you've already traveled, 1.25 miles. Okay? That is the actual formula. And you can check it by going d equals 5 times 0.5. Then you minus it to 1.25. This we said was 2.5 minus 1.25. You get a distance of 1.25, which is here. You can do the same. You can check this and see. So when you're explaining, because I will ask you questions on the test to explain how you know. If your formula is wrong, you need to check. If you don't know what it is and you checked and came out wrong, just say, hey, I don't know. Don't change everything. Don't erase everything. Because if you got to this point right on your test, you'll get most of the credits, probably 3 out of 4. And this would be more of a challenge question. I want to see who can go back and use this information to find this answer and make it work. Okay? So, if you have no idea on what you did wrong on the test, don't erase everything. Just leave it as it is and try to answer the rest with what you know. Okay? Alright, so 1.5 hours. We got the total distance. Time is this. We want the distance. So d equals 5 times 1.5. D then is equal to, okay, I'm going to double check on your my calculator. I know the answer now, but we're going to double check. Some of you put what's there. The distance is 7.5 miles. Went a long ways while he for 1.5 hours on his bike. Okay, took a while for those two. Calculate the x and y intercept from each line. Okay, remember, y-intercept. Y-intercept. X is not there. Oh, X is not there, sorry. Put it here. That leaves you negative 6y. That's gone because it's 0 here, guys. 0 times 8 is 0. So 0 minus 6y is negative 6y. Equals to 72. Divide by negative 72. Divide by negative 72. Y is negative, well, 72, if you don't know how to divide, or you don't want, got a calculator that's faster than mine, 12. So the y-intercept is 0, negative 12, which is right there. X-intercept. Y-intercept is when it crosses the y-axis, okay? When we draw a line, it crosses it. All right. X-intercept. All right. X-intercept is when it crosses the x-axis. Okay? So x-intercept. It is like the y is not there. So that's because it's 0, 0 times 6 is 0, negative 8x. Negative 8x minus 0 is just, 8x minus 0 is just 8x equals to 72. Divide by 8. X is 9, so it's 9, 0. 9 zeros here. X-intercept crosses the x-axis. We draw a line. That line crosses the x-axis here and the y-axis here. So without these dots, you can see clearly. Oops. Oops. Oh my goodness. My boys are loud. They're waking up. Oops. Make it larger. There we go. You see how it crosses that y-axis? Oops. This y line right here. That line, this line crosses it there and cross it here. Call the x-axis and y-axis, okay? Yeah, right here. The y-intercept. We got not there. 15y equals to 4x. Not there because it's 0. Okay. 3 times 0 is 0. That's 3, right? Y is 3. So this is 0, 3. Oops. That's 0, 2. 0, 3 is okay. Right there. In between 2 and 4. X-axis. X-intercept. Oh my god. X-intercept, sorry, is that, oh no. X-intercept is when y is 0, and 0 times 15 is 0, so that's 0, so it's 3x plus 0 is 3x equals to 45. Divide by 3. My answer is 15. 15 is 0. Okay, 15, 0. Well, it's 14. X-intercept would be right there. Draw your lines continuously. Okay, remember what x and y-intercept is. It was when it crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is when it crosses the y. Oh well, you guys know. Hopefully. Okay. This one here. Okay. Independent and dependent variable. Independent is times in second. Dependent is time. Oh, dependent is height in feet. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize this is here. Get my height in feet. Most kids know this. What is X-intercept? what it means. X-intercept looks like it may be right here. That's a 5. So x-intercept is 5, 0. It means that he's skateboarding from a height this high. It takes him 5 seconds to get to the bottom. 0 feet. This means, explain its meaning, or her, can be a her. This means that it takes 5 seconds to get to the bottom of the skating ramp. Okay? Someone's skateboarding. That's how we know. Title is important. It helps you understand the story. What is the rate of change and the unit rate? Okay, the rate of change, the slope, unit rate in this case, how far is he in 1 hour? So we can look for 1 hour. It's probably 80. So if you don't get anything close to 80 in 1 hour, you know your answer is wrong. In 1 second, I mean. So let's find slope though, from what we know from the given points that they give us. That's 0, 90. I like to use 0. And this is 2, 60. 2 seconds, he'll be at 60 feet on that ramp. That's a high ramp. 90 feet? Oh my gosh. Okay. So my slope then is equal to y2 minus y1, 60 y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 60 minus 90 over 2, 0. It's x2, x1, sorry. Okay, that's 2 minus 0. So this is negative 70, isn't it? No, negative 30. What am I thinking? M equals to negative 30 over 2. So my slope is 15 feet per second. Ah, not 80. 15. What was I thinking? 1 second, they'll be at 80 feet. But he's coming down each time. 10, 20 over 1. That's 10, huh? Looks like 10 over 1. 10, 20 from here. So, aha! Look how I notice it is wrong. My slope is wrong. I set this up wrong. I went back and checked. It should be not 80 over 1. I'm thinking, okay, that's 10. You see what I just did? I did 10. And I thought, oh, it's not 15. It's 100. My number is wrong. So it should have been 20 over 1. So because this is wrong, you guys need to learn to check. I just checked and I found my careless mistake right there. Always check slope. It is the most important. Check the graph, check your math, okay? And then you'll find your error. And it's not positive. I wrote positive. Should have been a negative because it's going down. Okay? So my unit rate is 20/1. In this case, my unit rate and my rate of change happens to be the same. My slope is -20/1. My rate of change. And my unit rate is also the same. Just happens to be the same. Not all the time, because if you got 20/3 here, you need to divide and your unit rate will be a decimal, okay? In this case, 20 divided by 1 is still 20/1. Equation of a line, okay? We know our slope is -20. Equation of a line, I'm going to use 0 and 100. It's just way easier. I'm going to use 0 and 100. I'm going to use point slope. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. Slope formula, I need you to annotate. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals, no, not y equals, I can't write it. Minus y1 equals 2. Well, I already have it in here, so I'm not going to write it again. I'm just going to go y minus y1, which is 100. Okay, so I'm going to put x1, y1, so I can see better. To prevent careless mistakes equals to -20, parentheses, x minus 0. Y minus 100, -20x, plus 0. Okay, add 100. Add 100. Y equals -20x plus 100. Hey, look. My y-intercept is the same as here. So I must know if my slope is correct. What is it? It's a free?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Put it in front of you.
Well, I've been focused on this.
I know.
You didn't tell me.
I thought you were recording.
I am. I'm taking way too long. I'm going to stop explaining and start doing. It'll take me forever to upload. Okay, 4 friends are collecting goods for charity. Alright. Megan collect 10 less than twice. Okay, annotate 10 less. 10 less. Then flip. Twice is 2 times as many as Destiny. Okay, so we know Destiny. We don't know Destiny. I'm gonna write small because I didn't give myself much room in here. Destiny, we don't know. Give it X. Megan, we know Megan. I don't think they gave any information on Destiny anywhere. Okay, it's Megan is 10 times Destiny, and Destiny we say was X. So we flip that. That's 2x minus 10. Okay, Alexis collect. Okay, there's Alexis. Alexis collect half. Half means divide. So divide by Megan. Okay, by 2. Half is divided by 2. So whatever Megan is divided by 2. So Megan, we put 2x minus 10. That's for Megan. That's her name. So her name, we put this into her name. Divide by 2. That's how we get Alexis. Now divide by 2, when we do that, if it makes it easier for you to see, let's just divide both of them by 2 like that. Okay, so Alexis then is x minus 5. That's what Alexis really is. Alrighty? So, I want to keep my annotation. I don't want the arrows. So we got Destiny, we got Alexis, and the last one is Nolani. Nolani collected 20 more. 20 plus than flip Alexis. Alexis. Alright, so what do we know about Alexis? Alexis is x minus 5. Okay, so in place of Alexis, we put x minus 5. So that means, who are we? Nolani. Nolani is x minus 5 plus 20. Plus 20. Okay? Alrighty. We got it, which is x plus 15 for Nolani. So we got all the expression right here. These are the important ones. That's what we're going to use. Oh, did I say I'm going to stop explaining? Can't help it. Teachers all the time. Okay. How many cans does each person collect if Megan and Alexis collects the same? Okay, Megan and Alexis. They're this and collects the same, so they're going to equal. Megan is 2x minus 10, and x minus 5. It's going to be the same as the other two, Destiny and Nolani. Destiny is x, Nolani is x plus 15. Okay, we add these. So we combine like terms. 3x minus 15 equals to 2x plus 15. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the smallest variable first. Okay, gives me x minus 15 equals to 15. Add 15, add 15. We get 30. Oh, x gets 30. Who's x? Destiny. Destiny, you collected 30 cans. That's pretty good. Okay, if Destiny collected 30 cans, Destiny collected 30 cans. Oh, I wrote too big. Sorry, you guys. Okay. Destiny collected 30 cans. If that's the case, 2 times 30 is 60 minus 10 is 50. So Megan collected, Megan collected 50 cans. Good job, Megan. Alexis is x. X is Destiny 30. 30 minus 5. Alexis didn't do bad either. Alexis collected 25 cans. And Nilani was Destiny plus 15, so 30 plus 15. So Nilani collected 45 cans. Okay, so this is our answer. Oh, funny. Sorry, being sloppy. But I boxed the answer. Oh my gosh. I should have written this a lot smaller right here. Too big. How many cans does each person collect if all 4 friends has a total of, okay, this says collected the same amount. So that's why we put it equal to, okay? Same amount, equal. We set them. This is a total. So you need to make sure that they equal 215. Now it says each person collected all 4 friends. So all 4 of them, Destiny, Megan. So we use all 4 sets. Keep this one, this one, this one, and this one right here. They all add up to 215. So I'm going to write smaller. It's hard on the iPad. X, use different colors, sorry. X, 2x minus 10, x minus 5, and x plus 15. Combine them all. It means add them all, because it's a total. I'm going to add them all, and it has to equal to that. So that's 3, 4, 5x. 3, 4, 5x all together. And these two are alike. Combine them, we get, I'm going to write it closer, 5x plus 5 equals to 215. Minus 5 minus 5. 5x equals to 210. Divide by 5. Divide by 5 is 41, but just to make sure, we use a calculator. 210 divide by 5. 42. Did I say 42? 42 cans. For who? X belongs to Destiny. So Destiny. Okay, let me erase all this others. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's put it back. We know that Destiny collected 42 cans. So Destiny collected 42 cans. She's X. Megan, therefore, is 2x minus 10. So Megan is 2 times 42 minus 10. So Megan collected, that's 64, so 54 cans. And Alexis, she collected 42x minus 5. She collected x minus, She collected x minus 5. So 42 minus 5 is 37 cans. And Nilani collected x plus 15. So 42 minus plus 15 is 57 cans. Okay, so we need to just write that in complete sentence and we're done, okay? Destiny collected 42 cans. Megan, okay, you guys know the whole drill. Finish it. Collected, okay, I can't help myself. 54 cans. Alexis collected 37 cans. And Milani collected 57 cans. Okay? Right there. That's our answer. Period. We're done. Oh my gosh, the calculator's there. Huh.